Grace. Grace is joining. Grace, you didn't tell us where you are joining from. Grace Edepo, you didn't tell us where you are joining from. Seeing we're starting to get more people on the call. Abubakar Musa, Abubakar Yakub. Okay, we have Patricia joining from Lagos, Nigeria. Okay, Grace Edepo is joining us from Port Harcourt. Okay, more people, more people. Come on, I need more people to tell us where they are joining from. Just tell us your name and where you're joining from in the chat box. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Can see. Okay, we have Mama Siboko. Oh my God, I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. But she's joining from Lesotho. Come on, I need to see more people, more people. I know there are quite a number. Okay, we have Juliet from Lagos. We have Abubakar Musa from Kaduna. We have Henry from Enugu. That's great. Welcome. Thank you for joining. If you are on the group chat, you can tell people to start joining that we are live. Our amazing facilitator is already on the call, so we're ready to hit the ground running. And if you're yet to introduce yourself, please introduce yourself in the chat so that we can get to meet you and know where you're joining from. Wow, quite a number of AI, so hopefully more people will join in. Okay, we have Annalil joining from Delta State. Thank you very much, Annalil. We have Imran joining from Abuja. Okay, I'm trying to check out more people. I know there are a lot of people here who don't want to say anything. I'm going to call your names out. I can see Stephen Olua Shemilori. Okay, we have Uda joining from Morocco. Hi, Uda. How's it going in Morocco? Are you fasting? How is that going? Okay, we have Patricia. We have Oluwatosin Alonge. We have Oluwadara Emmanuel. We have Knowledge Kube. Yes, Uda. Oh, okay. Ramadan Kareem. Yeah. Well done. We have Kende Olaiwola, Juliet Ibe, Imran. Okay, Imran has introduced. Okay, I just want more people to come on, guys. I know we have more energy than this. Let's see. Okay, we have Knowledge joining from South Africa. Hi, Knowledge. Good evening. How's it going in South Africa today? More people. Come on, guys. I want the energy for this conversation to be up because I mean, all of us know why we are here. We know that one way or the other, somebody has caught you using your AI. And I'm like, no, I'm not using it for anything. I just want to ask you a quick question. Okay, we also have Josephine from Uganda. I need to know that we are very excited about this conversation while we're also waiting for a number of people to also join in. Okay, let me see. Okay, I guess people are shy. You guys don't want to introduce yourself, which is fair, which is fine. Simon Kalu, I can see more people are joining. Nancy Chidi, who else is just joining? Faith Mbani, Diana, Christine, Chiamaka. All right, you guys should say hi in the chat. Just for those just joining. So we're doing a little bit of introduction. You tell us your name and where you are joining from in the chat. And okay, again, my name is Omoto Yase Mohammed. I'm joining from Lagos, Nigeria. I will be the moderator for today's session. I work on the community team at Tech for Dev. So if you're in the community, you probably heard of Mo or Moto Yase. So hi guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. So your name and where you're joining from in the chat. And while we wait for more people to introduce themselves, I will just go ahead and introduce our facilitator for today. Okay, hi Oluwatosin. Oluwatosin is joining from Oyo State. Nice to have you on the call, Oluwatosin. So like I said, I'm just going to go ahead to introduce our facilitator for today. Our facilitator's name is Grace Ajagbe. Grace is a techpreneur with a software engineering background. Over the last decade, she's helped businesses build lasting software, first as a developer, then as an engineering leader, and now as a CTO. She is the founder and CEO of Automatica, an AI agency that helps founders cut costs, saves time, and grow revenue with practical AI solutions. Beyond building products, Grace trains and mentors across the UK. She has trained over 4,500 people in tech and mentored nearly 100 startup founders. Our impact has also been recognized with industry and community honors, alongside invitations to speak and moderate on growth and leadership in tech. Our mission is simple: help businesses scale with practical tech and inspire more women to lead in Africa. Please, I want you guys to celebrate Grace in the chat. Please tell her welcome. It's not easy to have her here. And I can see more people introducing themselves in the chat, but we don't want to take too much time. So just shout out to you guys. Hi, Christine. Hi, Udofia. Hi, Simon. Hi, Abidin. And hi, Grace. Grace, are you there?
Yes, I am.
All right. I think the floor is yours now. We can just eat the ground. Hi.
Hello. Nice to meet you, like face to face. I want it.
Yeah.
All right. Good evening, everybody. How are you all doing? Okay, as I've been introduced, my name is Grace, Grace Ajagbe, and I'm a tech leader. I've been in the tech space for like a decade. That's a long time. I see myself as holding in tech. But yeah, it's that long. And over the years, I've actually built with technology. I always call myself a tech enthusiast because I'm always in the front line when it comes to technology, doing my research, building with tech, emerging technology, not just AI, blockchain, augmented reality, virtual reality, but of course, we know AI is the one that is bubbling right now. And that's what we are going to talk about today. All right, let me share my screen. By the way, I used AI to create this slide. No guilt. Okay. Can you all see my screen? Okay. All right. Amazing. So today we'll be talking about overcoming the guilt of using AI at work. And I just want to start with this question. So be honest with yourself for a second. Have you ever finished a task with AI and felt like you needed to delete the chat history before your manager saw it? If you are that person, say I in the comments. Or maybe you are making a presentation and you don't want them to see that you opened ChatGPT or Claude, that you actually used it. So if you are that person, say hi. Almost all the time. Amazing. Okay. So you guys are a lot. Nice. Amazing. So, I mean, I don't want to say maybe it's normal to feel um what's it called? Guilty, but that's what we'll be diving into. But the thing is, you are not alone. For me, it's more like, oh, I'm making a presentation and I don't want to see that. I don't want anybody to see that I open different tabs, including Stack Overflow, Claude, ChatGPT, making my own research. You just feel like, oh, I want them to know that I did it like that. So tonight we are talking about that feeling that you are feeling that is not making you feel good about yourself, doing an amazing work, and why it is time to let go. So the first thing is the guilt is real, but where does it come from? Right? Where does the guilt come from? Especially for us, I don't want to categorize, but I mean, for someone that grew up in a very reserved home, in terms of you being praised for what you do, and like, yeah, I did it, and then you get award, yeah, I did it to get award. I mean, for people that actually grew up in that space, it will be way harder for you to even, feel comfortable with using AI and actually attributing to the success to yourself. So the first thing is cool conditioning. We were trained from childhood that getting help is equal to shit and cheating. Personally, I've been in this shoe. Like, I don't even like asking for help. And that has affected me a lot of times. I feel asking for help means I cannot do it by myself. But you'll be surprised. Doing it by yourself will take you longer time when you could have asked for help and take you shorter time. What's the point of wasting time when you can actually, save your time and do your work faster? So that belief doesn't exactly disappear overnight. It follows you also in your workplace. It even follows you with your friends. Your friend be like, you've never asked me for anything before. Be like, why would I ask? You literally just take on everything by yourself. It started from somewhere. That's how we were brought up. That's how you came up. So getting help is equal to cheating. That's one place that the feeling came from. Another way is workplace culture, especially across Africa. Hard work is tied to self-reliance and trust. So using a tool can feel like you're admitting you couldn't do it yourself. But come to think of it, if you want to say this, then maybe you want to message your parent. Why are you using a phone instead of a letter? You could have just said, okay, don't let us use technology. Let's keep using our letter, sending letter from Akure to Lagos because you don't want to feel like you are using a tool that can make your message get to your partner or to your family faster. We can as well say that. So hard work is tied to self-reliance and trust. That's another thing that makes us feel guilty when we use artificial intelligence. And then thirdly, it is imposter syndrome. This is very popular. Like this, everybody feels this almost every time. If AI helped me, did I really do it? That voice in your head is real, but it's asking the wrong question. Let me tell you a story. For Valentine, I built something amazing for my husband, and someone in the comments was like, you that you went to copy what's it called, a repo on GitHub. I was like, I did not copy a repo on GitHub, I actually built it myself. We're like, you still built it with AI? What's wrong with building it with AI? What's exactly wrong with building it with AI? I can do it with AI, and I did it with AI. It's as simple as that, right? So people can guilt trip you to doing something better and faster just because you are using a tool. Use the tool too now. Don't come and impose your own insecurity or bitterness on somebody else doing it better because you don't know how to use the tool, and someone that knows how to use the tool is using the tool, and then you're opening your mouth, right? So imposter syndrome is a big deal, and even people press it on you. Like it's even people pressing it on you that, oh, you did not do it yourself. Is it not AI? Is it not AI? Is it not AI? You will be shocked. People that are making the $1 billion money used AI to build that thing that is giving them $1 billion. So you will be there sitting down and say, oh, I don't want to use AI, I'm feeling guilty. You would literally just keep wasting your time. So these feelings are quite understandable. These are places that I think these feelings comes from. They are understandable, but they belong to a different era. It's time to update that story. Like, it's literally time to update that story. It is before that you start feeling guilty for using the technology that is provided for you. And to be honest, why are you in tech if you cannot use technology? Have you ever thought about that? You are the one building the technology. You are helping organization build products. Now imagine you building a product and then you are saying people should not use it because it will make them feel lazy or to make them feel they don't know what they want to do. Or you build a fintech, be like, oh, they don't know how to save money. That's why they are using the fintech app. No, think about it. Just think wide about that, right? So it's not something that we should be feeling anymore. Not even in the era that AI is right now. If anybody is not using AI right now, you're already in 1996. Basically, you're already in 1996 if you're not using AI right now. So get that feeling off. So let's move on. So the next thing I'll talk about is you are not in an exam hall. So AI feels like cheating if you're in an exam hall. So an exam hall in what? So what do I mean by that? Exam hall is at school, graded on individual effort. Help from others is called to cheating, definitely. The process was the point. Tools were restricted. Please note these tools were restricted. Now, if you are doing an exam, I've been in an open test before, and our lecturer will tell us, oh, we can use our lecture notes. And there are tests that will tell you you cannot use your lecture notes. You should, do the test from your knowledge. Those are rules, and we get there, right? So now, at work, you are paid for results, judgment, and impact. Results, very important. Very, very important. You will be seeing someone doing, how are you even doing this thing? I'll be like, don't worry, it's my secret. They are using AI, they're using one technology somewhere that they don't want you to know. Basically. And the boss of the organization will be praising them. Oh, look at Grace, she's doing so well, doing her tasks fantastically. All of those things. They are using a technology, right? So at work, paid for results, they are paying you for results. So whatever you can do to get that result, of course, legally, get the result. They pay you for judgment, they pay you for impact. Collaboration is expected. The outcome is the point, and every tool is on the table. Excel, Google. Why does your boss search if he doesn't know something? Should have used Google now. Just say, oh, let me think about it and keep thinking till next year. Grammarly, calculators. Why do you use calculators? You could have literally just calculated 9.999 times 3.645 in your head and you get the answer. Shouldn't have used that because that's also technology. Claude, ChatGPT, all tools, all are valid. So if Google is accepted, calculators are accepted, Excel is accepted, Grammarly is accepted. So why is Claude not accepted or ChatGPT not accepted? The only thing is these tools are just better built. They can do much more than the static or traditional tools that we already know. And we'll get there, right? So AI use is not cheating. It is a skill. And if you know how to use it, you should be praising yourself for it. Because right now, there's no organization that even want to hire someone that don't know how to use AI. They might be like, we don't use AI to do this. But let me tell you how organizations themselves are using AI. When you apply for jobs, they use AI, ATS, to first screen people out, automatic rejection, like left, right, center. That is AI. In fact, there was a guy that I saw his video today, and he said he did interview with one of the big tech companies, and it was AI that interviewed him. Organizations are using AI, so why can't you, as an employee or someone that wants to work in the organization, use AI as well, right? It's just as simple as that. So why can't you, as an employee, use AI if the organization, especially to apply for a job, don't let them guilt trip you. Those organizations are using AI to reject people anyhow. So you do not use AI to be in forefront. You just keep getting rejection, literally. So AI use is not cheating. It is a big skill. In fact, a very valuable skill right now. So now let's talk about culture. Our culture for a minute. I'm coming. All right. So our culture in many African workplaces, being seen as hardworking and self-reliant is tied to identity and trustworthiness. So using AI can definitely feel like betraying that image. Using AI means you are not hardworking or you are not self-reliant or you don't exactly know what you are doing. Please don't get me wrong. There are a lot of people that don't know what they are doing and they are using AI. But you as a professional, you already have an expertise. You have the knowledge. It's something that AI can help you do to get you ahead faster. So having that hardworking and self-reliant character and attitude is tied to identity and trustworthiness. So using AI feels like you are betraying that image. So the old belief, hard work means doing everything yourself. Shortcuts are for people who can't cut it. That's the old belief. Now the reframe, working smart is a strategy. I'm sure you must have heard that don't just work hard, work smart. You must have heard that, right? If you've heard that a lot, please Let me know. And you'll be surprised that people that are rich today are not the ones that just work hard, they also worked smart. Working smartly is very, very important. You don't just work hard. Working hard is good, but working hard cannot take you there. Working smart can actually take you to where you need to be. So, working smart is a strategy. The also doesn't have to be hard to be real. That's why you, as a white collar job person, you are earning more than a carpenter or a bricklayer that is doing heavy lifting in Nigeria. Those people could have definitely said it's not fair. I'm the one doing most of the heavy work. I should be earning more. But you are earning times 10 more than them. You're earning times 10 more than them. That's because working smart, the also doesn't have to be hard to be real as such. The bottom line is your boss wants deliverables, right? Your client wants results. Give them that intelligently. So if your boss wants deliverables and AI can help you get your deliverables done, so be it. If your client wants results, I mean, there are people that collect $5,000, $10,000 to build AI agent. AI agent that they will tell Claude to build. No, no, no. Claude will build it in 5 minutes. Oh my goodness. And they'll collect their money, and that's it. Literally, you have an edge. As much as the person that is paying you money does not know how to do that thing, wherever with AI or anything, you already have an edge. So definitely give it to them. Give them what they want intelligently and smartly. In fact, clients want someone that can deliver like tomorrow, right now. And so if you can use AI to deliver like tomorrow, they will keep coming to you now. So let me tell you a story. I have a friend of mine, he works with a company in the US, and the boss asked them that, oh, when can this be done? The boss asked them, when can this be done? They're like, next 2 weeks. We're like, what? Next 2 weeks? No problem. He went to Claude, built that thing with Claude, and went back to tell them, I've already built what you guys are saying next 2 weeks. Literally. Right. So don't wait till you lose your job before you know that you should use AI, because there's nobody that doesn't want something fast and something good. So the also doesn't have to be hard to be real. Please type that the also doesn't have to be hard to be real. The also doesn't have to be hard to be real. Type it in the comment. All right, so let's move on. So there's a big difference between leaning on AI and hiding behind it. So I say this a lot. To be honest, as much as AI is super beautiful, amazing, great for your work and all of those things, there is also a very, very I won't say bad side, but if you make it bad, like, there's a very part of it that you need to be careful of. So there's a big difference between leaning on AI and hiding behind it. Now, AI dependence, this is what you shouldn't do. And I will tell you what you should do. Copy pasting without reading. How many of you do this? You copy and paste and you don't read it. How many of you do this? Please just be open. No judgment. We see, we don't judge. You just copied whatever AI gives to you and then you paste his bam because you trust it so much. Or let's say if you've done it before, okay. Have you done this before? If you've done it before, say I. If you've done it before, okay. Umaro, thank you for being truthful. You did it back then. Okay. So AI dependence is wrong and it can never help you grow. So copying and pasting without reading is not smart. In fact, it is foolish because AI is a technology. It can definitely mess up. So if you are not reading what AI gives you, that means you are letting AI replace you. But the goal is not to let AI replace you. The goal is to use AI to amplify your own work and work better, right? So copying and pasting without reading is a total no. Submitting AI output as your final judgment. Submitting AI output as your final judgment, that is also wrong. One thing in this AI era that will set you apart is your judgment. An example, you're a product manager. It's fine, you use AI to build the PRD, the everything that is needed and all, but it is not AI that will take the product to the market. You still need your brain as a product manager, right? You cannot always follow what AI gives. See, if you always follow what AI, it will just lead you to where you don't know. I've been there. I wanted to build something for a client, and ChatGPT was giving me direction. As we were doing, it was just getting longer and longer and longer. I'm like, this thing it's not supposed to be this long. It's not supposed to be. I just sat down myself and I said, you know what? I'm gonna just build this myself. And when I sat down with it myself without the help of AI, I just used AI to do okay. I've done this, right? And also do some other things. I did it in 2 hours. What AI was leading me for days, like literal days. So AI doesn't know everything. AI is not God. AI is not a magician. But definitely it can help you do something. So if you rely on AI for your final judgment, that is called AI dependence. And that is wrong. Losing your own voice and thinking, losing your own voice, and some people don't even want to think anymore. Oh, my boyfriend said he loves me, what should I say back? You start asking ChatGPT. That simple answer, like, one thing I do is, if it's very simple and it doesn't require so much time, I still do it by myself. It just keeps me sane. It keeps me a professional, right? It's very, very important that you don't lose your voice and your thinking, so that if they ask you any question now about your role now, you might not have any answer until you ask ChatGPT. If they ask you, so what do you do as a product manager? You start thinking, oh, what will ChatGPT say? What will ChatGPT say? Let me go. When someone asks me what I do as a product, what should I say? You shouldn't get there. That's wrong, right? So don't lose your voice and your thinking to AI. That's AI dependence, and that is where it is wrong. No critical review of what AI has produced. When it comes to essay, all of those things, it might be not be much of a review. When it comes to production ready stuffs, you need to do a lot of reviews of what AI has done and has given you. Now, moving from AI dependence to AI augmentation is what will make you stop feeling guilty at work. Using AI to do stuff faster, like research faster, drafting a quicker brainstorming ideas, drafting a prototype. Like a business owner now, AI is very good for prototyping now, because before, if you have an idea, you first need to pay a developer to or a designer to help you design something to show to investors and all. Right now, you just need to go on Lovable, put your idea there, you see a prototype that you can show. So that is a good use of AI. Then apply your expertise and your context, making the final call yourself. Yourself. So if you do this, the guilt of using AI will leave you, because it's not that everything you are delivering is all powered or anything by AI, as it were. Right? Even right now, that AI can do almost everything for you. I use Claude Cowork. I can tell Claude to help me organize my desktop. Claude is building a platform for me right now, but I'm a developer. I'm seeing what it does. If there's an error and Claude is telling me, oh, there's no error, I can go and look at where there's error and fix my error myself. Literally. So make the final call yourself. That is AI augmentation. And if you think from AI dependence to AI augmentation, the guilt of using AI will definitely leave you because it's not supposed to be a thing. You are the professional. AI is the assistant. If you see it as that, you are good to go. Now, moving on. AI writes the draft, you bring the expertise. AI generates options, humans decide. Here's what you cannot automate. Number one, knowing what you to prompt. The quality of your output starts with the quality of your questions. That skill is yours. But to be honest, I share a lot of AI content on my tech page, and there are AI prompt AI prompt generators now. I've even shared it on my Instagram page. But even that prompt, you might still need to edit the prompt. This is not what I want, this is what I want, and just add your own stuff there. So the skill is still yours. Prompting, knowing how to prompt your AI to give you the output that you have is yours. Knowing what to keep or discard is yours. We've seen a lot. We saw a newspaper. The journalist used AI to generate the newspaper, and the journalist could not remove. So what do you want me to do next? Do you want me to edit this text and know how ChatGPT literally tells you what? And the newspaper was published, everybody was reading it, and they saw that. How will people feel? People will feel so irritated because that journalist needs to be fired. How can you use ChatGPT to generate, which is good, is fine, but you cannot even read. You cannot discard what you should discard. You cannot remove what you are supposed to remove. You just copied everything, bam, and put it. That's wrong. That's very wrong. That's not supposed to be, right? AI gives you 10 options. Your judgment picks the right one for your contest. AI gives you a whole encyclopedia. You just remove the rubbish and, keep the one that you need. That's where you come in. That's where you come in. Next one is knowing what to add. Your experience, your client relationship, your industry knowledge. AI doesn't have that. There are times that AI will give me, I say, okay, let me draft content calendar. It just be giving me basic stuffs. But in the long run, I will still be the one to do some things myself. If a major part of my content calendar, because I'm creative, right? I will just think of, oh, something nice to do for my content and all. Sometimes AI doesn't even give me what I want, especially when it comes to content. So you have the knowledge, so you definitely should know what to add if AI doesn't have that. Your expertise, your client relationship, your industry knowledge, AI doesn't have that. The AI does not know your boss's communication style. You do. That is your irreplaceable value. So you don't have to hide it. To you just need to know how to talk about it. So now this will be we'll soon go into a bit of exercise. Guilt often comes from not knowing the language to use. So here are 3 levels of transparency and exactly what to say. Number one, with yourself, acknowledge AI helped you. Like I gave an example of someone that was guilt tripping me that it's not AI that I used to build the stuff for my husband. The thoughtfulness shows that I love my husband. The wordings in the whole app is from me. So what are you saying? Even if I use AI to build it doesn't still water down the thoughtfulness and the love that I want to show to my husband. It's as simple as that. I acknowledged AI helped me. I did not say, I did not sleep when I was building this thing. No, I acknowledge it was AI. I vibe coded it and I'm proud to say it. Right? Acknowledge AI helped. Take full ownership of the result. I used AI to draft this and I reviewed, edited, and stand behind every word. So acknowledge, it starts with you first. Acknowledge that AI has helped you. And then with your teammate, be casual and confident. I used AI to draft this. Here's what I changed and why. Normalize it. You'll be surprised how many of them are doing the same. In fact, all of your teammates are using AI. So why are you scared to let them know that you actually used AI to do what you did, right? It's when you tell them, use ChatGPT. Hey, use ChatGPT. I've always been using ChatGPT. You'll be surprised that everybody does the same thing. With managers or clients, this is where you need wisdom. Keep it professional and result focused. Your manager or client does not exactly need to know if you used AI or except they explicitly asked. Except they explicitly asked. But when it comes to workplace, they don't exactly care about how you did it. They literally just care about the result. Literally, that's what they care about. They care about the result. So if they not ask you, did you use ChatGPT or did you use AI? You don't need to say it, but keep it more result focused. I leverage AI tools to work more efficiently on this and ensure everything aligns with our goals. That's if they ask. If they not ask, oh, I did this and this is the result. It's as simple as that. But if they ask or if they want to know, you can definitely let them know. It's not a big deal. But one thing is there are organizations I don't allow AI. I was speaking to a recruiter, was it yesterday, and I asked that do they use AI because it's a it's a full based engineering team. I said no, they don't use AI. Why? Because they're a fintech and they are very careful with people's money, which is understandable, right? So in that case, if you are using AI, you should definitely not say you are using AI. Even if they ask you, you should definitely not say you are using AI. Oh yeah, I wrote the code, of course. Maybe AI helped you optimize it, but your expertise is now needed here to be sure that whatever AI gives you is good, that it cannot be hacked or injected, right? So that's it's just as simple as that. Guilt often comes from not knowing the language, but now you have it. First, acknowledge with yourself, then with teammates, and then with managers and clients. So scenarios where AI use is not acceptable, but is not only acceptable, but also strategic. The first place is writing a proposal. AI helps with structure and language. Very easy. If you tell Claude or ChatGPT, I want to write a proposal to win a grant, it will draft something quick for you. You add the strategy, insight, and client context. These are scenarios. There are lots of scenarios though, but these are just a few. Scenarios where AI use is not only acceptable, but also strategic. Also, summarizing a report. Right now, it's a lot to be. I saw a YouTube video I was supposed to watch before meeting with a recruiter, and I was like, I don't have time to watch this long video. I just use Claude, summarize the video, and give me the action points. My dear, it's as simple. All right, AI extracts key points, you verify, contextualize, and present with confidence. Preparing for a meeting. AI helps you research the topic, you show up sharp, prepared, and ready to lead. Code review. AI spots patterns and flags issues. You make the architectural call and own the decision. It's not that if everything goes south, now it was the AI, it was the AI. It is you. It is you. You take responsibility for your actions. If you use AI to, you take responsibility for your actions. I mean, these are just a few ways you can use AI and it's strategic. Coming up with content. If you're a content or social media manager in your office, coming up with content ideas, content calendar, it's strategic, right? It's as simple as that. So let's move on. So now, from everything that we've said, we are moving from I'm cheating to I'm working smarter. That's what you should have in your head. You are not cheating, you are working smarter. And I've already said the balance. We've already shown AI dependence and AI augmentation. So know the balance. That's how you know you are truly working smarter. You are not deceiving yourself. Old story, if AI helped me, I didn't really do it. I should have figured this out on my own. What if someone find out? Now, the new story will be I used the best tool available and delivered excellent work. My judgment shaped every decision. That is professional excellence. That is professional excellence, right? The shift is not about dismissing ethics. It's majorly about updating your self-image to match the professional era we are in. The world has shifted. Tech industry has shifted. Every industry has shifted. There is now AI use case in almost every industry, should we say. In almost every industry. In fact, 98% of industries use AI now. So why do you still want to cage yourself in the era where there was no AI? Why? New affirmation. I am a skilled professional who uses intelligent tools. That is a strength. That is a strength, not a shortcut. That is your strength. In fact, you'll be surprised. Every organization, a lot of organizations do not use AI. It's part of the requirements now. Even Meta allow candidates to use AI during interviews now. It's just the world we are going into. It's just the world we are going into, right? Don't feel guilty for using AI for your work. So now stay sharp and stay honest. Using AI, well, it's a form of integrity, but it also comes with responsibility. Here is your quick ethics check. Like, that's why I was talking about AI dependence. So the first thing is use AI transparently. Don't pretend it's all you, especially when it's bulky and all of that. Don't pretend it's all you. Own the process and the result equally. Know your employer's AI policy. That's the example I gave about an organization that doesn't use AI. And when it comes to people's data, if you're a data analyst here, this is for you. Or a product person that deals with users' data, this is for you. It is very, very important that you know how to use AI properly and without letting go of your customers' data and all of those, because AI data, anything you put on AI, all your chat on ChatGPT, they are using it to train ChatGPT and more AI models. If you don't know, now you know. So that's why you shouldn't be telling ChatGPT all your life issues. Think also for a bit, right? But for work, know your employer's AI policy. Some tasks, clients, or industry may have restrictions, so know the rules before you play. Don't outsource your judgment. You are responsible for what you submit, so review it. If I give you something, review it, own it, and stand behind it. Remember AI's limitation. AI has biases. In case you don't know, it has. Like, I shared a video on my page. ChatGPT can gaslight you. No matter what you tell ChatGPT to say that is good, that's what it will tell you. It's not tell you the truth, because that is how it was built. It was built to tell you something nice, and you said you'll be feeling good. That's how ChatGPT was built. You'll be like, "Yo, that's very nice. You are amazing. You are brilliant. Oh, that's a nice idea. Well done." Even if you cheat, if you tell you that, oh, it's not a bad thing, you are just expressing yourself. That's ChatGPT. ChatGPT will literally tell you anything that is good to your ear. Basically. And that's because that's how it was built. So no AI's limitation. Even if it tell you it's good, fact check. Whatever AI gives you, fact check. Personally, I use Google to fact check. If Claude or ChatGPT give me a data now, I go and fact check on Google. There are sometimes that the data is wrong. So if you are preparing a slide and you are using a lot of statistics, and maybe Claude help you generate the slide, fact check those data. So it's very, very important, so that you are not going and say, you are not saying what AI just cooked up in its head. It has gaps, it has blind spots. Your critical thinking fills those gaps. That's the whole point. Using AI well is a form of integrity. The goal is not to hide it, it's to use it responsibly. Right. Now, before next week, here's what I just wanted to do one today, then the rest. So try this before next week. The first one today. Don't just think about this, practice it. Here are 3 exercises to do before next week. Pick one task you did this week. Ask yourself honest, could AI have helped me do this better or faster? put it in the comment. Which task did you do this week that AI could have actually helped you do better and faster? For me, it was sending a reminder email to some of the partners that I want to partner with. But I also used AI to reply comments on my LinkedIn post because there were a lot. So I used AI to do that. So what task did you do this week that you think AI could have actually helped you with? Drop one, two, how to see a few people type. Okay, nobody wants to type. All right. But really, sending out bulk emails, application, yeah. You can use AI to apply for jobs now. Easy peasy. Just sleep and you'll be applying for jobs. I have a whole lot of these videos on my page. You can definitely check it out. Especially like using ChatGPT to apply for job automatically for you and a whole lot like that. All right, so before next week, think about that. Reframe script. Next time you use AI at work, say out loud. Say it out loud. I used AI to help me with this, and here's the value I added. Say it and make until it feels natural. Transparency practice. Write one sentence you could say to a colleague or manager disclosing AI help you naturally and confidently, and keep it in your notes for when you need it. So I added a few resources here that can help you with a few things. So the first one is Co-Intelligence. This is the most practical book on working with AI. If you can get it, it's on Amazon, get it. I don't know if it's in Nigeria or Henipa, but if you can get it, get it. It's very good. Grounded, honest, and immediately applicable to your day-to-day work. It is very, very important that you get that book if you can. Also, you can check out Anthropic Usage Guide. Anthropic is the owner of Claude. If you don't know Anthropic, they are the owner of Claude. Understand how to use AI tools responsibly with clear guidance on capabilities and limitations. Also, you can check the Harvard Business Review on AI, articles on AI and productivity from a leadership and strategy perspective. This is for people that are managers, founders, CEOs, and or even as an employee yourself, you can definitely check it out, especially if you have ambition to be a leader or to lead teams and organizations. Great for framing conversations with managers. And the last one is actually my YouTube. I dropped a video on prompt engineering in 20 minutes. Is a short course. So build your prompting skills systematically, because the better you prompt AI, the better the results you get, right? So build your prompting skill. The better you prompt, the more value you extract from it. So I don't know if this slide will be shared, but yeah, these resources will definitely help you. So 3 things to carry with you just before we go. Work is not school. AI use is a professional skill, so don't be afraid to use it at work and for work. You are paid for result and judgment, not for doing things the hard way. Your judgment is your value. AI gives options. You make the call. Your experience, context, and critical thinking are irreplaceable. And that's exactly what you are being paid for. Very, very important. And lastly, transparency is the antidote. It's very, very important. Guilt lives in silence. Learn the language, use it confidently. You now have the script. Use them. So, what will stop you from what will you stop feeling guilty about? Drop it in the chat. And if you have any question, I'll be willing to answer. One till I will stop feeling guilty about using AI at work is, if you have any question, drop it. And we can also stay connected if you want, especially for my tech page. That's if you want to follow AI content, yada yada. I'm seeing some comments on how to use AI to apply for job, all of those things. I already have videos on that on my page, so you could definitely give that a check. All right, thank you, and I'm open to having questions.
All right, thank you very much, Grace. That was very, very helpful. I mean, at this point, like you said, anybody that's still feeling guilty about using I don't know what to do for them. The way using AI has sort of like increased my productivity time. So I'm actually now able to pay attention to more of the things that I need to do. That is very amazing for me. And so thank you for sharing this. For those of you asking if you get the slide, yeah, we'll get a slide from Grace and then share it via email with you by tomorrow morning. Okay, we have some questions. Let me see, do we have questions? Guys, if you have questions, maybe you want to use the microphone to ask your questions, you can raise your hand up. Grace will try to answer as many questions as possible. If you'd also just like to leave it in the chat. I know a lot of the questions are around how to use AI
Job.
for applying for jobs. I am replying on LinkedIn. Like Grace has said she has resources that you can check out for these things. I know someone is asking, and yeah, congratulations on your book launch. Actually, congratulations on your book launch.
Thank
So
you.
Grace recently released a book that you guys can check out. You can check out on our social media page and you see the book for Fumilayo. I think if you reach out to her via LinkedIn or Instagram, you get more information on how to get the book. If you have questions, I think now would be a great time to ask your question. If you want to raise your hands up, or if you want to leave your comments or your questions in the chat box. Who is this that is sending code though? What is sending code? Okay, Andrews, I'm going to get a LinkedIn and share shortly. Ooh, I'm going to get okay. Sorry about that. Okay, the
I've shared
link
my
session
Instagram.
videos for guidelines. Okay, so I think Grace has shared the link to our Instagram page. So from there you can have access to a lot of these resources. The recording of this session will also be shared. Okay, okay, Imran is asking, I would like to get your take on this. Whenever I use AI to assist me make a draft, I always ask myself, do I have the capacity to draft this? And most of the time, the answer is a big fat no. So, do you have anything to say to that, Grace? As to what?
Okay. Thank you so much for that question. I mean, that's one of the things that actually makes us feel guilty because we feel if without AI, I'm not able to do this, right? It's normal and it's natural because you cannot do everything. And that's why there are tools to help you do what you cannot do, basically. So that's number one thing you need to know. Number two is it is now on you to not just use AI and vibe with it, but also to use it to learn better yourself. So an example is if AI helped me, there was a time Claude was down. As it, yeah, even think there was a time ChatGPT also was down. Now imagine if you have always been reliant on AI to do this and you don't even try to write better with the help of AI and all of those things, you will be stuck. You will just your day will just be scattered. Literally, like that's how it happens. So if you are also you can just give yourself some 1 hour without AI, 1 day without AI kind of a thing. It just trains you, it trains you to know your limit and just what you need to learn more. This is what I do by myself because as much as I love technology, AI most especially can make you dumber if you don't use it well. You will just see that you are getting dumber, you're not getting smarter. Whereas you're supposed to be getting smarter, not dumber, right? So using AI to do what you can't do is definitely not a big deal. There are a lot of people that have done that. And my sister, a lot of people that cannot code before now that they are using AI to build products and they are making a whole lot of money from it. Should they feel guilty for making money? No. The point is you getting your result out there. But one thing I tell people is make sure you are also growing and you are learning. You are not letting AI replace you or take away your brain. make sure you are growing and learning, so that if there's no AI today, will you still be relevant? That's the question, right? So that's what I was saying. I don't know if I answered your question. Please let me know in the comments. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Grace. Imran, I hope that answers your question. Okay, so we also have a question from Ifenywa. So Ifenywa says this AI thing is fully practiced in practice with private sector. I work with the public sector, civil service precisely. How can I get practical with AI? I don't even know how to use it yet, but I would love to because I want to move with technology.
This AI thing, I think, is fully in practice with private sector. I work with public sector, civil service. Okay. What is your everyday task like? I mean, for civil service, you guys use the computer, no? Or I mean, if you can answer me, what is your everyday work like? Then I'll tell you how to use AI to.
Um, if anyone, do you want to maybe raise your hand so you can speak and be able to answer? So let me just give you access to speak. Hi, if anyone, do you want to speak? Mm, um, not sure. Hi, if anyone, Wokolo, are you there? I've given
Yeah,
you
I'm there.
speaking. You can speak. Okay,
Mhm.
hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Um,
All right.
the lecture is quite interesting. I enjoyed every bit of it.
Thank you.
Well, I work in an office that should really be dealing with AI. I work with a statistical agency.
Mhm.
Um, so practically, we deal on data. We are more into analysis of data, going to the field to get data, to collect numerical, that is statistical data for analysis. So that's my kind of day-to-day kind of work.
So
So
you
I know in civil service, well, just answer me in relation to what I just told you now. Let me get your response.
so
Thank
do
you.
you go out basically to speak with people and get their data, right? Is that what you mean?
Yes, yes.
Okay. What
Mm.
so AI usage can be different form. My sister is also a data analyst, and you can use AI to analyze data. So after you get your data, how do you go about analyzing it? Especially if it's a huge data that you are analyzing. It can be a lot of work analyzing it manually, and AI can just look through a data and give you simple output reports easily without having to stress on that. That's number one. Number two is, especially when it comes to stressful work like yours, if if I can build AI that can call people instead, right? Get people's number from databases online, call people and get the information that you need to get from them. There is something called voice AI agent. And when you talk to MTN, all of those things sound like AI though. But now there are AIs that doesn't sound like AI. You think you are talking to a human being, you even be smiling and laughing and you'll be gisting. You don't even know you are talking to AI. So those are voice agents that can actually help you get the data that you want instead of like going outside there if you don't want. And even if you have to go outside there, the way you collect your data also can be done with AI. Maybe the person, instead of as the person is talking, you're writing down, as the person is talking, you're writing down. That's stressful. You could definitely just record the information, upload all the recordings on an AI platform, and then everything will be downloaded for you, put in a spreadsheet. Simple as that. So there are different ways you can actually use AI. It's just more to think of what is something stressful, what is something repetitive, what is something boring that I'm doing that I just someone else needs to do for me. That thing, if you think deeply about it, can be done with AI, definitely. So I mean, from just the little information you've told me, that's those are the things I can think of right now on the spot. But if I'm to do like an AI audit or an AI what's it called now? Consultation for your business or the organization you work with, there will be much more than this because we'll be doing in-depth auditing to know how AI can help basically. So yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Grace Ifenyua. I hope that has given you a little bit of insight as to how you can do that. Okay, I think we have a couple more questions. Okay, Uda is saying I have a bit of different questions. I am a third year software engineering student, and I'm so afraid that in 1 to 2 years, until I'm able to apply for job, it's already too late. That's why I shifted my attention and will focus to machine learning and data science to at least build skill sets and combine both somehow to be able to find end-to-end ML systems in order to be something like an ML engineer with deep foundations in SE, that's software engineering. Do you think this approach will work based on your experience?
Oh, that's a very good pivot. I will not lie to you. AI has literally taken a lot of software engineering work, but to be honest, it doesn't also mean that there are no organizations hiring software engineers. There are a lot of them still hiring software engineers. But just to see how future will look like, you're on the right path. Machine learning, data science are big in the market, and if you're able to build your skill very well in that, you'll be earning very, very high salary. You'll be top of the high earners. So yeah, it will work and you're on the right path.
All right. Uda, I hope that has answered your question. Okay, Oluchi is also saying I'm an accountant in the public sector. How do I use AI efficiently?
As an accountant, you are dealing with people's money or organization money or something like that. So I wouldn't talk much about the money aspect because that requires a lot of carefulness, knowing AI's limitations and all of those things. But in terms of if you want to present financial reports to organizations, how do you do that? You can use AI to create financial reports. You can use AI to generate slides. Instead I mean, I have an accountant friend, and I think that's one of the things that actually stresses him out. Presentation, report, financial report, all of those things, right? AI can help you take off that stress while you focus majorly on doing the money calculations and all. I don't really know in depth what accountants do, but I have a few of an idea because I have a friend that does it. And that's what I can think about right now. So when you guys ask this question, I need to definitely know what you do day to day, and I'll be able to give you a more concise question on how AI can help you. Except roles that I know they are day to day in and out that I can definitely say. But for your role as an accountant, that's what I can think about right now. Right now, reporting to financial reports can definitely be done. Analytics of money can definitely be done too. Like money, what do I mean by money analytics? Okay, an example is if you're an accountant and maybe last month we made 50,000 pounds, this month we made so. I mean, you could use AI to analyze, we made 30,000. You could use AI to analyze why was this month lower than last month. I mean, these are things that even your boss will praise you for because you're not just dealing with money, you are also reporting what could be better, what happened, what can be done better, different things like that. What took our money? Is it tax that took our money or salary that took our money? Those things can definitely be done faster with AI instead of you literally racking your head and sitting down in the middle of the night and thinking what can be done, right? So yeah, those are ways I think you can use AI as an accountant.
All right, thank you very much. Miriam, I can see your hands up. And you have speaking right. Hi, Miriam.
Hi guys, hi ladies. Grace, thanks so much. I really enjoyed the session. So I have a question on, I'm a software engineer, like junior to mid-level. I also work a bit on like machine learning, and I wanted to ask like how do I balance the learning and also productivity? I think you mentioned it earlier, but I would like to have more of your deeper insight. And also, I also noticed with myself that the more I use AI, especially because you have to balance the trade-off of like trying to be productive, it just makes the work feel, I just don't get that satisfaction that you get when you like solve things completely on your own. So it's just there's that struggle. So I wanted to ask for your advice here.
Okay, so I'm a software engineer myself, so I totally get that aspect of balancing learning and using AI to do stuff. Though for me, I've literally gone past that. I'm like, you know what? If you perish, you perish. Sorry, that's just a joke. But yeah, um, using AI as a software engineer. So the thing I do to balance learning and also an example is currently I'm trying to learn RAG pipelines and Hugging Face. AI can do this for me. I can tell Claude Code to literally build me a RAG system that's in like a knowledge base or something. But one thing about me is I don't like to use AI for something I don't have a knowledge about. I might not even know how to do it 100% like AI, but at least I should have a knowledge about it. I should know how it works. So if you ask me any question, maybe you see my code base and or I'm able to answer you, right? So there is the satisfaction of working with AI is beautiful, and you can be lazy. It's you have to be super intentional to want to learn in this era of AI, because literally AI can do everything for you. But AI will not be there if you're having discussions at events. AI will not be there if you're networking and speaking with high profile people. So this is why you also need to balance it. Whatever AI is doing for you, make sure you have a knowledge of it or you are good at it, basically. So that's my own personal principle, and it has helped me thus far. And I hope you can definitely imbibe that. Second thing is using AI for productivity. It's totally understandable that what AI gives you might not be what you want. It happens 1 million times. And that might be because of prompting, right? Because like I mentioned, you might think it's not prompting something, but if you've seen prompts, that's why there is a skill called prompt engineering. It is a skill, a big one at that. If our organizations pay prompt engineers a lot of money, I saw one job by Lloyds Bank here in the UK. Prompt engineers £90,000 per year. That's how big that skill is. So if you are not getting the output that you so desire from AI, it might be your prompting. And on the other side, the lesser side, it might be the AI itself. So you just need to edit it and do what you need to do to get to have your perfect result. But most of the time, it's usually due to your prompt. And that's why I suggested prompt engineering skill on the slide. It is very, very important. Anyone that uses AI needs to know how to prompt AI. AI is a technology. It's just like you are using your phone, but the only thing you use your phone for is for alarm. You're not using your phone to its full potential. So if you are using AI and you just prompt it as if you're talking to your partner or to your friend, you're not using AI to your full potential. There's a way you can use AI to its full potential and you get the results that you want. It is called prompt engineering. And I think you could brush up on that so that you can get out better outputs and better results from AI. I hope I answered your questions.
Yes, you did. Thank you so much, Grace.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you, Grace. Okay, I think we have a couple more questions. Okay, Meklet says, do you have any advice for someone who is into UI UX designing in this AI age? Do you think the field is in danger? I mean, everybody's saying AI is coming to take our job. AI is coming to take our job.
That's a very, very interesting question. I personally think if you are just designing without solving problem, you are in danger. So what do I mean by that? So as much as we say that AI can code right now, and Anthropic, the owner of Claude, is still hiring software engineers. So you need to take your role from just doing the work to problem solving, to problem crafting, to judgment, right? So that is what will make you stand out. And that's so, but one thing is, it is definitely in danger because Google has released AI Stitch, Google Stitch. Do you know who knows Google Stitch here? With Google Stitch, you can design with just a prompt. Actually, crazy. You can design with just the prompts, and you'll be surprised. What? This is the like I was talking to my sister one day, and I built our foundation's website just within 30 minutes. And we're like, Grace, this is what you used years to learn in school. I was like, see me, oh, AI has taken my work. And that's why you should not stay in one place, be relevant. I mean, that's one thing about me. I don't just sit down in one place. If I have sat down with web development, you people will not even call me to come and speak here now. I'll just so it's as simple. So if you're a UI UX designer, you've already seen what AI can do in this AI. Number one thing I'll tell you to do, start using AI for your UI UX design and start looking into other things that you can definitely venture into that can augment your UI UX skills. So maybe you are just a UI UX designer, go into product systems, go into product management, go into product design. That is not just you using Figma and combining shapes, but solving problems, go into something more strategic, not just doing. Do you understand what I mean? If you are that person, let me know if I answered your question, but that is what I would advise, just so that you are relevant in the nearest future.
All right, thank you very much, Grace. Meklit, I hope that answers your question. I mean, somebody asked a question here. So there are actually two questions I want you to take. So this one is from Alex Onuwalichana, who says, how do I keep up with all these new versions and models of AI and the updates? And I can personally relate to this because every time I sleep and wake up, Claude has released something. I'm like, I've not even let this one finish. You have brought another one. So
That's
yeah,
nice.
like for you consultants, I like, how are you able to keep up around that?
Man, we keeping up. Oh. It's a lot, and I totally understand that. It's literally a lot. But one thing I've learned to do is not to jump on trends. You must have heard this OpenClaw that went viral. This OpenClaw, I don't know, have you heard of OpenClaw that went viral? That they also created their own social media. A lot of people are asking me, Grace, what do you think? What I think is don't install it yet. That is what I think. Like, because a lot of people ask me that question. I'm like, I don't jump on trend. I take my time. And that's what makes me a leader in this space. It's not just me, this one is shining, I jump on it. This one is shining, I jump on it. You already have tools you are using. So if anything comes out, continue using your tools and take your time to test out whatever new tools. Don't be rushed into jumping onto something because everybody is talking about it. Now a lot of people are complaining about OpenClaw, that it is not listening to instructions. And you suppose know now, this thing just came out, went viral, and everybody's talking about it. Let's have some self-control when it comes to jumping on trends, right? It is very important. Don't jump on trends like bam bam bam. And that's why it's also good to follow someone that knows the road. Like, let's say you follow people on social media that you know that whatever they say is top notch. You actually have some people like that I follow, and I know that, okay, that's how I hear about AI news, and also from my research and some newsletters that I subscribe to. So not jumping on trend will definitely help you. You already have what is working for you. Continue using it, except it doesn't work for you anymore. Right? Get the knowledge. I mean, if you see new AI to, oh wow, nice. Well done to everybody. That's what I do. Wow, nice. Good. Wow, nice. That's it. I mean, do you know how long Claude has been here? But I just moved to Claude just last month because ChatGPT was working for me. But right now, for something I want to do, Claude has the feature. So I moved to Claude. It's as simple as that. So if you already have something that is working for you, don't always keep jumping on it. And because you even waste your money, especially if those platforms are paid. And you will pay for things. Oh, this AI platform, just they collect money, they go. Like, you pay for things and you will realize that you don't actually need it. It's just as simple as that. And that's what I would advise.
All right, thank you very much. I mean, for the jumping, I know I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, I saw on your LinkedIn where you had posted like a step-by-step process of how to move some of your data
Oh,
from ChatGPT Claude because I was just like, oh my, it's like Claude created something for me. And I was like, if I was doing this thing with ChatGPT, I would have sent 2 million prompts before I get it. And I was just like, okay, you know what? That's it. I'm finally moving to Claude. So I totally get that. Okay, let me see. Okay, so Peculiar is asking, are there jobs that AI cannot replace? If yes, what are they, and how can people prepare themselves to step into these roles?
To be honest, even the giants of AI, I don't know if there's a job AI cannot replace right now, but we are moving as it goes. But one thing is AI cannot replace your brain. So whatever you can do with your brain, creativity, strategy, judgment, all of those things, keep at it, right? Don't be a lazy worker that don't want to think. Your critical thinking is needed now because now AI is working based on data, but you can be creative, you can think wide. God has given us imagination. Our imagination is wild, like very wild. So an AI's imagination is limited to its data. So that's where you come in. So right now, the roles that they are saying AI cannot replace is, even though AI is now hiring people, AI is now a founder. So, but they said a founder cannot be replaced, a product strategist cannot be replaced, and now the work that are very low risk to be replaced are plumbers, carpenters, all this work that requires household works and all of that, food, you know, those things. So if you have money, start investing into those things and maybe just give your mommy money to start building business in that line. I'm not joking, oh, that's what I'm doing, oh. To be honest, because those are the things that will come back to. So the industry is switching. Before, more money goes to white collar jobs, but right now AI is taking white collar jobs. Now more money is going to vocational skills. That's how this AI era is switching things around. And those are things that even the godfather of AI, the owner of Nvidia, said AI cannot replace. And also energy, right? AI cannot replace all those things. But right now, for your white collar job, I cannot promise you because AI is moving them fast. But stay good to what you know and just keep increasing your knowledge and stay updated. That's what I would say.
All right. So I'm going to take this last question from Zainab Ahmed before we go. So Zainab Ahmed is saying, good evening. My question goes, as a scientist in research field, can you please suggest an AI tool to make my work easier without it being so obvious?
Use Perplexity. Have you heard of Perplexity? Perplexity is one of the best AI tool for research. Perplexity or Consensus. You can use one of the two.
All right. So Zainab, I hope that has answered your question. We don't want to take too much of Grace's time, but I'm sure everyone has learned one or two things there. So in the chat box, you can see the link to Grace's LinkedIn page and her Instagram page. You can follow her. She drops a lot of very, very useful AI content, AI usage around basically anything AI. She's your go-to person around prompting, developing your skills and everything. So you can just follow her, and you can also check out a new book. And congratulations once again on that, Grace. And belated happy birthday also. So I know last week Saturday was your birthday. So happy birthday. Thank you so much for taking time out to do this for. We'll be bringing you back. I'm putting you on the spot now to say that we'll be bringing you back. Guys, if you want to see Grace again for another insightful topic, I'm putting her on the spot now. So when you go on our LinkedIn, help us toast her a little bit to say we'll be bringing her back. She's doing this for us for free. Pro bono, we didn't pay her to come and share. If this is a consultation she's doing, she's probably collecting pounds, but she's doing this for free because she's very particular about the impact work that she's doing, about the impact work we are doing at Tech for Dev. And we always have many, many, many insightful sections like this. So make sure that you stay connected to Tech for Dev, you stay connected to Grace. And yeah, thank you very much, everyone, for joining. Okay, someone is asking for a LinkedIn page again. Let me just copy and share that. A LinkedIn and Instagram both in the chat. Okay. And yeah, okay, let me just share the link to the Tech for Dev community also. So you can definitely join the Tech for Dev community to get more information on sessions like this. Where did the link disappear to all of a sudden? Okay. And yeah, we've officially come to the end of this session. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. Please enjoy the rest of your evening. Don't worry, tomorrow morning you will get the link to the recording of this session in your email. So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you once again, Grace.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.